What if I told you China is trying to stop an entire desert? Not with one forest, not with one wall, but with thousands of projects stretching across millions of hectares. Imagine a highway that needs its own forest just to survive. Millions of straw squares holding back moving sand. Solar farms that generate electricity while helping plants grow beneath them. And a green belt more than 3,000 kilometers long, surrounding one of the world's largest deserts. It sounds impossible, but it's happening right now. Today, we're counting down 7 incredible projects China is using to fight one of nature's most unstoppable forces. And number 1 may be the largest environmental experiment ever attempted. Now, let's begin. Number 7. Babusha Forest Farm. Imagine waking up every morning and planting trees in a place where the wind could bury all your hard work overnight. No giant machines, no army of engineers. At the beginning, there were only 6 local villagers, a few shovels, some straw, and a sea of sand slowly moving toward their homes. The story of Babusha in Gansu province began as a community effort to stabilize sand dunes near residential areas. Local villagers built straw checkerboards to reduce wind speed, then planted drought-resistant species inside them. This project is smaller than the Megaprojects later on this list, but it carries a much stronger human story. They did not defeat the desert with futuristic technology. They fought it with something far more dangerous: farmers who were simply too stubborn to move away. Number 6. Tengger Desert Straw Checkerboards. From above, it looks as though someone has drawn millions of squares across the desert. But this is not art. Every square is a trap designed for sand. Straw is partially buried in the ground to create a grid. These small barriers reduce wind speed near the surface, trap moving sand, and create a more stable environment where drought-resistant plants can take root. The method is simple, inexpensive, and can be deployed across large areas. However, it does not create a forest overnight. Its first goal is much more basic: to stop the sand dunes from moving. One of China's most famous desert control technologies is basically millions of bundles of straw arranged with extreme precision. Sometimes the future does not need robots, it just needs enough dry grass. Number 5. The Tarim Desert Highway Shelterbelt. There is a highway running through one of the harshest deserts on Earth, but the real challenge was not building the road. The challenge was making sure it did not disappear beneath the sand. The next morning, along much of the highway, crossing the Taklamakan desert, strips of drought-resistant vegetation were planted on both sides to reduce sand encroachment. The system must be maintained continuously, despite saline groundwater. extreme temperatures, and extremely low rainfall. In 2026, a major restoration effort added approximately 500,000 drought-resistant and salt-tolerant seedlings. Additional straw checkerboards were also installed in areas where sand had begun advancing again. The main ecological shelter belt along the highway stretches for approximately 436 kilometers. This highway does not just need pothole repairs, it needs its own private forest to stop an entire desert from eating it. Number 4. Muas Desert Restoration. Here, the story is not just about keeping the sand still. Parts of the land, once covered by moving dunes, have gradually become grassland, shrubland, farmland, and habitable territory again. The Muas Desert is one of the major focus areas of northern China's anti-desertification programs. The methods include restricting overgrazing, planting vegetation suited to local water availability, stabilizing sand, and restoring native grasslands. It is also an important example of why desert restoration does not always mean covering the landscape with large trees. In many places, native grasses and shrubs are more sustainable than dense artificial forests. The smartest goal is not always to turn a desert into the Amazon. Sometimes success simply means convincing the ground to stop trying to fly into the next province. We are only halfway through, and already we have seen farmers fighting dunes, millions of straw traps, a forest protecting a highway, and land returning from the sand. So let me ask you, which project has impressed you the most so far? Leave your answer in the comments below. And if you have not subscribed yet, subscribe to Impossible Earth, because the final 3 projects operate on an entirely different scale. One generates electricity while restoring the land. Another stretches for more than 3,000 kilometers. And number 1 has been under construction for almost half a century. Number 3. Kubuqi Solar Desert Control. What happens when millions of solar panels are installed across part of a desert? They generate electricity, but beneath them, something else begins to happen. Projects in the Kubuqi Desert combine solar power generation with sand control. The panels reduce wind speed near the ground and create shade, which can help lower evaporation. Beneath and between the rows of panels, workers stabilize the sand and plant grasses, shrubs, or selected commercial crops suited to the environment. One project operated by China Three Gorges reported that more than 2,200 hectares of land had been restored, with vegetation coverage exceeding 40% in the project area. This is a power plant that provides shade for plants and sometimes even uses livestock to trim the grass. It is like a farm, a power station, and an environmental project accidentally built on top of one another. Number 2. The 3,046-kilometer Taklamakan Greenbelt. You cannot move. The Taklamakan Desert You cannot cover all of it with vegetation either. So China tried something different. It surrounded it. At the end of 2024, China announced the completion of a green belt stretching more than 3,000 kilometers around the Taklamakan desert after decades of construction. The belt is not a single, continuous, perfect wall of trees. It is a network of windbreak forests, shrubs, grasslands, agricultural areas, and sand control structures designed to protect oases, roads, and communities. The project still faces major challenges, including plant survival rates, water shortages, and the need for long-term maintenance. Humans could not make the desert smaller, so they drew a circle more than 3,000 kilometers long around it and said, "Stay inside." Number 1. The 3 North Shelterbelt Program, China's Great Green Wall. The number 1 project is not a single forest. It is an environmental experiment lasting more than half a century and stretching across much of northern China. A gigantic front line between habitable land and the sand that is still trying to expand. The 3 North Shelterbelt Program began in 1978 and is often called China's Great Green Wall. The program uses windbreak forests, shrubs, grasslands, straw checkerboards, and many different forms of land management to reduce erosion, sandstorms, and land degradation. Studies have documented benefits in controlling wind-blown sand, reducing soil erosion, and absorbing carbon. However, scientists have also warned that planting the wrong species or planting too many trees in water-scarce regions can reduce groundwater levels and cause large-scale tree deaths. Because of this, newer phases of the program are gradually moving away from the idea of planting as many trees as possible. Instead, the focus is shifting toward restoration based on local ecological conditions. This is not really a wall. It is more like a massive software update for nature, one that has been running for almost 50 years and still has quite a few bugs left to fix. China is not eliminating its deserts, and it may never be possible to completely control them. But these projects show that desert restoration is not just about planting trees. It is about slowing the wind, stabilizing the soil, protecting water, choosing species that can actually survive, generating energy without allowing the land to collapse beneath it. And sometimes it is simply about preventing the desert from moving any farther. Some of these projects have produced remarkable results. Others remain long-term experiments. And all of them carry serious challenges, especially when it comes to water, maintenance, and ecological balance. But whether you see them as engineering triumphs, environmental experiments, or humanity negotiating with one of nature's most powerful forces, one thing is undeniable: the scale is extraordinary. Now tell us, which project surprised you the most? And do you think these methods could work in other deserts around the world? Leave your answer in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to Impossible Earth, and turn on notifications so you do not miss our next journey into the world's most unbelievable places, technologies, and engineering projects. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next Impossible Earth.